What's going on, guys? It's Hayden, and I'm bringing you our Week 5 recap for the Aqua division for the ISLR Gen 6 Throwback season. I have a pretty unique main battle for you guys, as we had some heavy hitters this week battle. And I also have the league standing updates and the MVP, defensive MVP support, and low tier mon updates as well. But with that, let's go ahead and jump into week 5. Up first, we have the Detroit Litleos taking on the OKC Thunderous. On the Litleos side, they brought Talonflame, Mega Alakazam, Ursaring, Rotom Wash, Haxorus, and Donphan. And as for the OKC Thunderous, they brought Choice Scarf Rotom Mow, Rocky Helmet Arbok, Assault Vest Azumarill, Safety Goggles Mew, Mega Charizard X, and Papaya Berry Crobat. So let's go ahead and jump in and see this battle. And just like that, after a thrilling back and forth battle, Mega Charizard X outlasts Haxorus, and the OKC Thunderous take home the 1-0 victory. And as for the knockout recap, Rotom Mow actually pulled out with 3, and then Azumarill, Crobat, and Mega Charizard X pulled out 1 apiece. Then over for the Litleos, Talonflame picked up 2. Then Mega Alakazam, Ursaring, and Haxorus all picked up 1 apiece. Like I said, the most thrilling battle of the ISL so far for either division, as you could see from the replay. Just fantastic battle from both coaches. And now let's move on to match 2. Moving on to match number 2, we have the Boston Blades with Kieran Black, Doug Trio, Milotic, Mega Manectric, Skarmory, and Sandslash taking on the Portland Lechonks, who are bringing Shaman Sky, Mega Lopunny, Tentacruel, Magneton, Garchomp, and Klefki. Just on the preview, very heavy hitting battle with Kieran Black on one side and Shaman Sky and Mega Lopunny on the other. And just can't wait to get to show you guys this battle. the Portland Lechonks take home their first win of Season 6 with a 2-0 win over the Boston Blades. Just a combination of Shaman Sky and Garchomp, along with a little bit of Klefki just walling Milotic at the very end right there. And as for the knockouts, Shaman Sky and Garchomp, like I mentioned, both got 2 apiece. Then Mega Lopunny and Klefki both picked up 1 apiece. Then as for the Boston Blades, Mega Manectric picked up 3, and Kyurem Black picked up the other one. So let's go ahead and get into battle number 3. And in battle number 3, we have the Utah Wees picking up the 3-0 win over the Lafayette Litwicks. The Utah Wees did that behind Choice Scarf Galvantula, Mega Mawile, Leftovers Umbreon, Cobra Berry Cofagrigus, Life Orb Latios, and Assault Vest Slacking. And the Litwicks brought Tornadus T, Mega Sableye, Magnezone, Roselia, Latias, and Girder. As you can see, it is the battle of the Lotties. And looking at the knockouts, with Slacking picking up 4, then Galvantula and Mega Mawile picking up 1 apiece. And for the Litwicks, Magnezone, Latias, and Girder all picked up 1. But we see Slacking with 4, and that's because Cofagrigus was able to give Mummy to Girder, and then Slacking switched in, Pursuit trapped Girder, and was able to pick up Mummy and proceeded to sweep up from there. Just a great showing, and something that probably most draft coaches have tried with Cofagrigus and Slacking at some point, and the Utah Wees were able to pull it off with incredible fashion, picking up 4 knockouts with Slacking and propelling them up the low tier leaderboard, which we will get into more details at the end of this video. And with that, let's move on to battle number 4. And in battle number 4, the Dallas Victory Stars did pull out the 3-0 win over the Ecruteak City Boomers. The Victory Stars did it while bringing Aegislash, Mienshao, Hydreigon, Nidoqueen, Togekiss, and Mega Abomasnow, while the Ecruteak Boomers brought Leftovers Tyranitar, Mega Gardevoir, Toxic Orb Gliscor, Assault Vest Tangrowth, Choice Scarf Rotom Heat, and Life Orb for Alligator. Just another great battle between 2 very decorated coaches. As for the knockouts, Mienshao picked up 3, and then Aegislash, Nidoqueen, and Togekiss all picked up 1 apiece, while on the Boomers side, Mega Gardevoir, Rotom Heat, and Feraligatr all picked up 1 apiece. And moving on to our first of 2 6-0s for week 5. We have the Wi-Fi Worry Seeds picking up that 6-0 over the Wales Wailords. I don't believe I have... Oh, I do have the Worry Seeds pick, where they brought Shukaberry Lantern, Expert Bout Hitmonchan, Mega Scizor, Life Orb Deoxys Speed, Weakness Policy Diancie, and Shukaberry Nidoking. And the Wailords ended up bringing Heatran, Celebi, Zapdos, Ambipom, Greninja, and Mega Garchomp. As for the knockouts, looks like Deoncé picked up 5, and Hitmonchan picked up 1. Now that I said that out loud, Deoncé's weakness policy popped after getting a rock polish up against Heatran, and it ended up being enough, and it just cleaned up after Hitmonchan took out Mega Garchomp on turn 1. So a strong showing from the Worry Seeds, and we will see if they carry that momentum into the last 3 weeks of the season. And for our last battle of week 5, you have my Chicago White Squawks with a 6-0 victory over Paris Saint Gengar. Paris Saint Gengar brought Leftovers Excadrill, Mega Tyranitar, Choice Scarf Gengar, Light Clay Virizion, Leftover Slowbro, and Choice Specs Delphox. And I brought Leftovers Landorus T, Iron Plate Scizor, Expert Belt Starmie, Eviolite Porygon 2, Mega Houndoom, and Assault Vest Conkeldurr. And for the knockouts, Starmie picked up 3, Conkeldurr picked up 2, Landorus T picked up 1. And just going into this battle, it kind of played out like I thought it was. I knew Starmie and Conkeldurr were going to be very good against his team with Water and Psychic, and then fighting for Conkeldurr, I knew I just needed knockoff to basically cover everything else. Did not expect Virizion to come, but we were able to make a few adjustments in the battle and overcame that. And then I used pivoting between Landorus and Scizor to open up for Starmie and Conkeldurr. I was really hoping to get Mega Houndoom involved because Dark and Fire also does very well against his team. And if I would, I also brought Hidden Power Fighting, so he did not bring a Mon that Mega Houndoom didn't hit super effectively. For this week, I won't complain too much because of the 6-0, but it was Conkeldurr and Starmie's show, and hopefully we continue this great momentum that we have into the last 3 weeks and into the playoffs, and I can't wait to bring you guys that. But with that, let's jump into the standings. After 5 weeks, the standings at the top are the exact same as last week, as my Chicago White Squawks hold on to the 1 seed at 5-0 plus 21. Just incredible play that we're doing this season, as we have a higher differential than any 2 teams combined. So hopefully, crossing my fingers and knocking on wood, that continues for the last 3 weeks and into the playoffs. Our 2 seed stays the same spot as the Dallas Victory Stars hold on at 4-1 plus 8. Then we have a familiar top 3 for this season in the Utah Wees at 4-1 plus 7. Then a couple of 3-2 teams with the Wi-Fi Worry Seeds at plus 9 and Boston Blades at plus 5. Then rounding out the playoff spots, we have 2 2-3 teams with the Detroit Lit Leos at 2-3 plus 1. Then the Lafayette Litwicks at 2-3 minus 2. And then right outside the playoffs right now, just because of differential, we have 2 other 2-3 teams with the Wales Warlords at -3 differential and the OKC Thunderous at -7. And then with the Lechonks getting their first win of the season, we actually have 3 teams now tied at 1-4 minus 13. And that is the Ecruteak City Boomers, the Paris Saint Gengar, and the Portland Lechonks. A lot of shakeup this week. And with 3 weeks left, we should see with how close these teams are in wins and differential between from like 4 to 9. We could see a lot of movement in the last 3 weeks of the season. I don't believe anyone has clinched yet, and I don't believe anyone is fully eliminated yet. So it's still exciting with 3 weeks left. We will see what happens, and let's go ahead and get into awards. And as you see, for our Arceus Award, nothing has changed except for Excadrill picked up one more knockout. Mega Scizor of the Wi-Fi Warrior Seeds stays atop at 9 and 2, and then Excadrill of the Paris Saint Gengar stays in second at 7 and 4. Just like the Arceus Award, we see no movement for the Lugia Award, as Amoonguss of the Detroit Litleos stays atop with 23 hits taken, and staying in second place, Volcarona of the Lafayette Litwicks stays in second at 20. And just as the theme for week 5 is, everything is staying steady, as just like the first two, the Mew Award has the same top 2, with Fortress of the Paris Saint Gengar at 12, and then Gliscor of the Ecruteak City Boomers with 11. And finally, with the Cosmog Award, we do see some movement at the top of these awards, as nothing changes for first place. My Mega Houndoom stays atop at 6 and 0, but because of his breakout week, Slacking of the Utah Weeze has now jumped up to the second spot with a 5 and 0 differential, and should continue to make noise as the season progresses. And with that, this wraps the Week 5 recap for the Aqua Division of the ISL Gen 6 Throwback season. We're doing things a little different this week, as I will have the Magma recap out tomorrow, and then for the power rankings, it's actually going to be combined this week. Aqua and Magma will be released in the same video, and that is because of Labor Day, and I'm actually going to be out of town away from my computer for the whole weekend, so I'm trying to get everything pushed out nice and neat. The Magma recap tomorrow also might be a little different. I might not have any standout battles, just because I have limited time tomorrow. And then for the power rankings, I'm going to try and do something at least a little special, since it is going to be sort of a combined thing. But just let me know how you guys have liked the season so far, if your predictions preseason have kind of been coming true, or if there's been some standouts that you didn't see coming. And with that, thanks for watching.